Yo, just me today. I'm Kaitlyn if you're new here, and me and my husband just vlog our daily life. And just recently I announced in my last video that I quit my job. I quit my job because I'm gonna pursue social media full-time and get it rolling. But one of the things I'm gonna work on is a podcast that I recently I wouldn't even say started yet because I haven't released my first episode, but I am excited to tell you about it. It's called the Vibe Provider Podcast. And I'm your host, Kaitlyn Friel. No, that was a little sneak peek. At my old job, we joked around that I was the vibe provider. Like, I brought the vibes, which was totally joking around. But then it just became a thing. And so when I was thinking of a name for the podcast, that popped up, and I didn't know, is that lame to refer to myself as the vibe provider? But anyways, we're rolling with it, so it's too late now, okay? So even if you're yeah, that is dumb, well, okay, we're a little too far in, so. But the most fun thing about starting a podcast, because we're gonna get into the not so fun parts, but the most fun part was starting an Instagram, because I feel like the Instagram world is something I'm familiar with. So let me show you it. This is my Instagram. You can't really see it because it is focused on my face, but it's called the Vibe Provider Pod. This is my little what's it called? Hold please. Profile picture. It's actually from when I did a clothing line with Clad & Cloth. It's one of the pictures from the photo shoot, and I just felt like it just fit the vibe of the podcast. So anyways, that's my little profile picture. And then this picture right here is gonna be my cover art. You'll see this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcast. When you go and download my podcast, it'll have the cover art, so you're gonna know, oh, that's the one. What do we think? I think it's so cute. Okay, so these two images were designed. I paid someone, a graphic designer, to make me a little logo guy. And here's my little logo guy for the podcast. He doesn't have a name, but he's so cute. Yeah, I just wanted a little logo, if we ever do merch or something, we get a little crazy and get a cute little t-shirt or something made. So it's just a little disco ball with headphones and a mic. So very fitting. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I haven't really done too much for the Instagram, but that was the most fun part, was picking brand colors, fonts, designs, things like that. Kind of I wanted it to very much match what we're going for. And we're going for fun, chill, the chill vibes. Actually, that's not very chill because that's very fun and colorful, but I just wanted it to be something fun and happy, so hopefully it is cool. Okay, now we're moving. So the kit looks a little familiar, but the rest of the room is all changed up. Cute little checker print rug. So Kala got a new job in March, and he needed to be able to work from home. And we actually got rid of our office to put a guest room in because we started renting out our basement apartment. So we had guest rooms down there that we used, and then when we wanted to rent out the basement, we had to move everything out so it'd be, empty, clean apartment for someone. So we had an office upstairs. Actually, I'll show it to you. This used to be an office. The lights are off. Ay, ay, ay. So this used to be an office, and then that's my puzzle board. But now it is a guest room because my brothers and parents and friends like to visit a lot, which I love. The office was the first to go. But now that Kala works from home and I quit my job, I knew I wanted to start a podcast, and I wanted a special room to be able to film and just make it feel like it was my space. Anyways, I like visitors, and so I like people to feel comfortable when they stay. So what we did is I left the collage kit because it's so fun and colorful, but I changed out the queen bed for this day bed. And we got some Beddies on there, and we got a king size Beddies too, because this pulls out into a king size bed. And then I have my chair here. So I was thinking my guests could sit here and be comfy, and then I'll sit here, and then we each have a mic and headphones. Yeah, and then I'd set the camera up right here, and then I could vlog the podcast for the people who like to view podcasts, but then I also use the audio to put on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, And then over here is like our work desk. So we did a lot of changing around here. I think it's so cute. I feel like it matches the vibe perfectly. Let me give you a little look. So pretend we're filming. Okay, but obviously that pillow's not gonna be there. It's just for looks, okay? So me here, guest here. Then we got our little mic, then we got our headphones. And our mic. So the nice thing about those mics are that they plug right into my laptop. So if you see here, there's these little, like normally you can just like plug your charger in there, but cords with the same input go in there. So easy. Yeah, guys. Are we feeling a little overwhelmed? Am I like putting too much info on you or what? Okay, let me show you a sneak peek. So this is my first episode. That's Kala. He's my first guest. So I record the audio, but I also record the video. So I will be uploading everything onto a playlist called the Vibe Provider Podcast. It'll be in our playlists on the Friel family channel. And yeah, then I'll like upload the audio to Apple Podcasts and Spotify so far. But let's talk about the not so fun parts about podcasts, and that's all the software and things you need to figure out. But I was really lucky. I had a friend whose husband is a sound engineer, and he is the reason why this podcast is even gonna make it. You know when you do so much research or searching for certain answers that it almost feels like you know less than when you started? That's how I felt. I didn't know what software to use. I ordered the wrong mics at first. It was hard. I was like, maybe I won't do a podcast, but I really wanted to make it a thing. And so my friend's husband ended up helping me. He helped me find software, and it's free, and it's called Reaper, and he got it all set up for me. He was the biggest help. So shout out Paul. We love Paul and Rachel. But yeah, so once he figured out, like, showing me how to use the mics and the headphones and the software, I was like, okay, I got this. He showed me how to just save the audio. He showed me how to sync up the audio with the video. It is a lot. But I encourage any of you guys to start a podcast, and hopefully that some of this info in this video helps. Now the stage I'm in is like figuring out how to upload it. So in the easiest way possible, how to upload my podcasts to like Apple Podcasts and Spotify podcasts, and if I should use like an RSS website, and I don't even know what that stands for, but anyways, that's where I'm at right now. So hopefully the podcast will be coming out soon, and I'm really excited for you guys to listen to it. I think it should just be a fun podcast. Like if you're vacuuming, you'll turn it on and just listen, and it'll be funny, and hopefully you'll laugh or learn something, or it'll just be like a good listen. Like every podcast, I'm hoping that everyone feels like a little bit lighter after listening to it. So yeah, guys, let's see what is going to happen with this podcast, and if it's even going to take off, or even if just my friends listen and you listen. I think that's exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you're just as excited about my podcast as me, and we'll see you next time.